Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The Prophet ﷺ said, after the major sins, the greatest sin is that if a person dies in such a state that he has debt due from him, but he has left nothing to pay it back and meets Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Similarly, in another hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, the believer's soul remains suspended by his debt until it is paid back. So from these two traditions, we can conclude that how important is to pay back the loan, to pay back our debt. That the Prophet ﷺ has mentioned it after the major sins like adultery and the polytheism. That after these kind of major sins, the greatest sin is not to pay back the debt. And similarly, the Prophet ﷺ also said in a tradition that if a person is killed in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but all his sins will be forgiven by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala except the loan. So we can conclude that how important is to pay back our loans, to pay back our debts, that a martyr which has a great rank in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives all of his sins, but except loan, that all his sins are forgiven due to sacrificing his life in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but except loan. So that's why we should to pay back our loan. If we borrow something from someone, we should to pay it back, we should to give it back. If we get some debt from someone or get some loan from someone, we should to pay it back before dying.